Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at the 1999 Canadian 25-cent coin, part of the Millennium series. These quarters came with 12 different monthly designs, and while most are common, some rare varieties, uncirculated examples, and minting errors can actually be worth big money. In this video I'll show you what to look for and how much these coins are selling for today. Let's get started. The year was 1999, the last year before the world would enter a new millennium. The Royal Canadian Mint wanted to celebrate in a way that would be fun, educational, and accessible to everyone, not just collectors. So instead of releasing one commemorative quarter, they rolled out a whole series, 18 different designs, each one tied to a specific month of 1999. But here's the twist. Instead of focusing on the future like the 2000 series would, the 1999 coins were themed around Canada's past and historical achievements. It was like flipping through a time capsule month by month, where each coin honored something important from Canadian history. That's why the 1999 set is so fascinating. It isn't just about shiny coins, it's about telling the story of where Canada came from right before stepping into the new millennium. Now let's go through the 1999 designs themselves, because they're truly a journey through Canadian heritage. January started with Canada through a child's eye, symbolizing innocence and perspective. February was our northern heritage, focusing on the Arctic and Indigenous traditions. March featured Canada's first peoples, a tribute to the original inhabitants of the land. April gave us exploration. May was peacekeepers, and June honored from coast to coast, celebrating Canada's vast geography. July's design was a nation of people, followed by August's the arts. September's our environment. October's our family. November's the air we breathe, and December finished with the millennium. Each of these coins carried imagery tied to its theme, and when you laid them all out together you got a powerful picture of Canada's roots. That's why the 1999 coins are considered some of the most story-rich designs ever to circulate. But the Mint didn't stop there. They paired these 18 designs with 12 more in 2000, giving us 30 in total, 18 for the past, 12 for the future. Together the series became known as the Millennium Quarters program, one of the most ambitious and successful coin programs in Canadian history. Families across the country got involved. Banks would get shipments of the new design each month, and people would line up just to grab a roll of the latest release. Schools encouraged kids to collect them, and households everywhere turned coin jars into treasure hunts. This wasn't just about coins, it was about creating a shared cultural experience where everyone could feel like they were participating in Canada's leap into the new century. Now let's talk about rarity and value. The 1999 Canadian 25-cent coins were minted in the millions, so if you've got one, it's not necessarily rare in circulated condition. They're usually still worth just 25 cents. And here's the exciting part: if you've got one in pristine and circulated condition, especially still sealed in mint packaging or pulled directly from a roll and never touched, then you might be looking at a couple of dollars per coin. Complete sets in official mint display maps or collector folders can go for much more, sometimes $20, $30, even higher, depending on condition. Proof like or special edition sets are even more valuable. So while you won't retire early by finding one in your changed, they definitely carry collector appeal and value far beyond their face worth. One thing collectors love about these coins is how they doubled as a teaching tool. Each coin wasn't just metal, it came with a story. Imagine being a kid in 1999 and learning about Canada's history not from a dusty textbook, but by holding it in your hand. The peacekeepers coin honor Canada's global role in peacekeeping missions. The environment coin reminded us of our responsibility to nature, and the first people's coin recognized Indigenous heritage. Every design was a lesson, a conversation starter, and a piece of national pride. That's why so many people kept them safe even if they didn't consider themselves collectors at the time. If we zoom in on specific designs, some stand out more than others for their artistry and symbolism. The exploration coin, for example, showcased the spirit of adventure that defined much of Canada's early history. The arts coin displayed creativity and cultural identity, while our northern heritage highlighted a part of Canada often overlooked by those living further south. What's remarkable is how the Mint managed to squeeze so much meaning into such a small canvas. Each quarter is only 23 millimeters across, yet it carried powerful imagery that told a story recognized across the country. This is why these coins are sometimes called pocket-sized history lessons. It's also worth pointing out how these coins changed the culture of coin collecting in Canada. Before this, many casual collectors didn't pay much attention to commemorative coins unless they were rare or valuable, but the Millennium quarters turned collecting into a mainstream hobby, accessible to everyone. You didn't need a lot of money to get started, you just needed to check your change. Kids would swap them at school, parents would trade duplicates at work, and banks were flooded with people hoping to get the newest release before it disappeared. It was truly a nationwide collecting craze, and it planted the seeds for many lifelong collectors who are still active today. Fast forward more than 20 years later, and the 1999 Canadian 25-cent pieces remain iconic. They may not be rare treasures worth hundreds, but they represent a moment in time when Canada used its coinage to tell a story, educate a population, and celebrate national identity. For many of us, finding one today in a drawer or a jar of change brings back instant nostalgia. They remind us of the excitement of collecting month by month, of the thrill of completing the full set, and of the pride Canadians felt as they stepped into the millennium with coins that told both their history and their dream. So what's the final takeaway? The 1999 Canadian 25-cent coins are worth more than just 20-1 cents. They're worth the stories they tell, with 18 designs that honor the past, and paired with the 12 designs from 2000 that look toward the future. This 30-coin program stands as one of Canada's greatest numismatic achievements. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss future episodes where we uncover the treasures hidden in everyday change. Share this with a friend who still has a jar of coins sitting around. You never know, they might have a full millennium set waiting to be rediscovered. Until and remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes the best treasures are the ones hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching.